There was a life and death moment at an NHL hockey game last night. Dallas forward Rich Peverley had just finished a shift. He was on the bench, struggling to breathe, and seconds later he collapsed. Doctors rushed to the rescue, and as Christina Stevens reports, it was having them and a defibrillator close by that saved the young hockey player's life.
Something's happening at the Dallas bench.
Just over 6 minutes into the game, there was confusion and chaos.
Strange situation at the Dallas bench.
Stop the game.
Dallas Stars center Rich Peverley had fallen unconscious on the bench.
As soon as he came off the ice, he collapsed. I instantly stood on the bench and started screaming up in the crowd for a doctor.
As 31-year-old Peverley was rushed out through the hall, players stood in stunned silence, and the crowd was hushed.
As soon as we treated him, he regained consciousness. He was alert and awake, talking to us.
The first thing he asked me was how much time left in the first period.
6 months ago, Peverley underwent a procedure to correct an irregular heartbeat, and the Ontario-born player missed a game last week after suffering a recurrence. Still, this cardiologist says what happened with Peverley's heart last night was unpredictable. It appeared to be ventricular fibrillation.
Instead of doing this, it does this. It quivers inside the chest and it beats 400 or 500 times a minute ineffectively, and it's unable to pump blood. Within seconds, somebody will lose consciousness.
After he collapsed, last night's game was postponed due to injury. Rare, but not the first time for the NHL. That was in 2005, when the Red Wings' Yuri Fisher collapsed on the bench after going into cardiac arrest. There was one other similarity. A defibrillator, which shocks the heart back into rhythm, played a vital role in saving both players.
Here's an AED. Keep doing compressions.
When used with CPR within 3 minutes, defibrillation can improve survival rates by more than 75%. Currently, the only province with legislation mandating defibrillators in public areas like arenas, schools, and airports is Manitoba. The Heart and Stroke Foundation wants to see that expanded across the country.
Our goal is to have them as common as fire extinguishers.
As for Peverley, there's widespread relief.
With Peverley being one of the guys that I know that has the biggest heart, sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Peverley is undergoing testing but is in stable condition. Christina Stevens, Global News, Toronto.